What's up guys, Chipset from Chipset Reviews. So here is another brand new action camera by SJCAM from their new Ion series. So this is the SJCAM Carbon. Now this is the cheapest model in the Ion range. It's priced around £65 and it will give you real native 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. And I believe this has the Allwinner chipset, but as this is a pre-release model, the full information in relation to the camera sensors are not yet available, but I will update the specs in the description as the information becomes available. Now what we do know is the camera can shoot 4K at 30 frames per second interpolated and 1080p at 60 frames per second native. Now the camera does not support image stabilization. You have a 170-degree wide-angle lens on the front, and on the back you have a 2-inch LCD screen which is not a touchscreen. Now on the front of the camera we have a power button. On the side we have navigational buttons for up and down and also a top Wi-Fi button. On the top we have our shutter button. And on the side we have a MicroSD card slot, and this supports up to 32 gigs max, and you also have a micro USB charging port and a mini HDMI out. At the bottom of the device we have our battery compartment, which contains a 900 mAh battery which promises 100 minutes of battery life. Now this action camera comes with the following accessories, which include a user manual and some SJCAM stickers. We've got a micro USB charging cable, some adhesive stickers and 2 mounts, and you do of course get a waterproof case which will allow you to go 30 meters underwater. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take this camera out for a spin and find out exactly how good it really is. I'll be right back. So I'm out and about. I've got the SJCAM Carbon with me, and I'm shooting 4K at 22 frames per second. This is not real 4K. This is 4K interpolated, and I've got some kids in the garden, so you're going to hear their voice as well. Hopefully you're not going to hear their voice louder than mine. Let's see what happens. So we are shooting 4K 22 frames per second. There is no image stabilization in this camera, so I will hold a camera free-handed as steady as I possibly can. And this is what you can expect in terms of image quality. So we are shooting 1080p at 60 frames per second with the SJCAM Carbon. There is no image stabilization at all in this camera, and this is what the quality looks like. So there you have it guys, that was the new SJCAM Carbon from the Ion series. Now this is the cheapest camera from the Ion series, and I have to say the picture and video quality are quite good, but there is no image stabilization at all. So you need to have a steady hand or use a gimbal. Microphone quality was quite decent and the camera gave us up to 80 minutes of battery life. However, build quality feels quite cheap and the camera would freeze every now and then, and I would have to take the battery out and put it back in to make it work again. Furthermore, it's not native 4K, no electronic image stabilization, and no external microphone support. So that brings us to our top action camera chart for 2019, and I have ranked the SJCAM Carbon at number 16 with a rating of 5 out of 10. This camera is let down by the cheap build quality and lack of stabilization. The camera surprisingly takes decent quality videos and photos, but we have no idea what the image sensor and chipset are, as SJCAM are keeping them a secret. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this camera, and with that being said, I will leave the links in the description so you guys can check this product out. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a brilliant day. See you in the next one, guys.